Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Okay, we're going to do a reading. And hi, my name is Holly, Psychic Medium, Energy Reader, and I use cards of Oracle and Tarot as a jumping off point and a way to listen to the voice of Spirit. So, thank you for being here. All right, so, I like to tune into the vibe first, the energy of the day, current, whatever, and it could be a couple of days, who knows. But and I still have this weird dry cough. I don't know. Anyway, ignore it, please. So, what came up? And the mug I chose, the one with the poppies on it. The writing is really faint. It's hard to see it. It says, "Life is beautiful." Yeah, it's just on one side, so gotta take my word for it, I guess. Um, Life is beautiful. So, Spirit, help me out. I don't want to interpret. I don't want to guess. Just tell me what you want everyone to know. You're coming into a period of grace. Grace and wisdom and beauty and sleep. Oh, hey, that's good. We'll take sleep. Um, uh, that's a weird thing to throw in there, though, Spirit. What's going on with that? Oh, okay. They just showed me like Easter lilies or peace lilies. But I'm seeing the word April. That's a long way off. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen between now and April, but in April, are you going to tell me any more than that, Spirit? They're being very ha ha ha, gleeful and happy and stuff, which I appreciate. Thank you. Um, Apparently, there is peace coming. There is peace on the way. We may. Uh, it sure doesn't feel like it right now, but okay, I'll take your word for it. I hope so. I hope you're, well, I know you're right. We're the ones that screw it up. Okay, life is beautiful. Remember that. Remember that. Keep your energy and your vibration high. And they also want me to remind everyone to remember what you came into this life to do and what you came into this life for. And it could simply be for the experience of living. It doesn't always have to be some big dominant, purpose or mission or anything like that. It could just be to be happy. The people who are genuinely happy in their lives and with who they are, man, think about it. That's hard. That is hard to find. And people who are consistently very easygoing and happy about just waking up and breathing in the morning, because those people are the ones you want to be around. They make you feel good when you're around them. Who don't, the people who don't or do not want to be with, the ones who don't want to be with, I had a weird subject verb agreement there. Okay, so the people who do not want to be around, the ones who are happy-go-lucky and easygoing and just let things roll off their backs instead of taking everything personally. The ones who don't want to be around that kind of person or energy are the ones who are the biggest negative Nellies. They are the ones who they don't even know that a cup could be half full. They always see it as half empty, and they always have a lack mentality. So that's an interesting message. Okay. All right. Well, life is beautiful. Be happy in what you have and where you are. And what you don't like, figure out if there's a way to change it or how to change it, even if it takes you a little while. Yeah, being happy is a purpose because you uplift everyone around you. That is a beautiful mission to have. That's a good one to have, too. Okay. Cheers. Mm. Mm. All right. So let's get to the reading part. Let's get to the reading. All right. You know what? I am being drawn to the Sweet Blossom Lenormand deck. Very pretty. Very small. Well, it's pocket size, so that's kind of nice. All right. Let's see what we've got. Mother and Father God. Spirit guides and guardians. Creator of all things. I ask you to come into the space. I call for the protectorate to surround all of those who are in jeopardy, who are in dire need of your protection and help. On behalf of those who can't speak or to ask, or for whatever reason, or for those who don't know how, I am asking on their behalf, please shield and protect the most vulnerable in this world. Human, animal, the environment, whatever it might be. And all across this world, please. Okay. All right, let's see what's going to happen or what's in the cards. Literally, for the collective. All right. Okay. Tower. Now, this is a different tower than in the tarot, or I know it's probably technically pronounced tarot, and I say everything else pretty correctly, but I just can't make myself do that one. It's hard for me to say. I guess I got to start getting used to it. Tarot. I'll just say tarot. I guess that's right. I don't know. Anything else, please? Okay, this one I'm going to put to the side because it was wanting to come out but struggling. This one easily did. All right, we have card 19 and card 22. Those two immediately flipped out. 22 is a master number. Okay, we got another card. All of these are face down, the rest of them. Card 19, that's a 10, which makes a 1, and a new start. Oh, this always looks like a child. I always think of it as the child card, but it isn't. It's the star card because she's holding a star balloon. But when I see it in this deck, I always think of it as the star, which is pretty much like the star in tarot. It's, see, I'm better. But with the exuberance and the open-mindedness of a child. That's the way I like to think of it. Sometimes with the star card and the regular tarot decks, it can mean at the end of a long battle you get a wish fulfillment. But that one with the child, I just feel like that this is more so about the, I'm hearing new beginnings. So, all right. All right, so here's what we've got. Card 19, the Tower. Card 22, Crossroads. Card 8, Coffin. I would compare this to like the Death card in tarot. And then we have the Cross, card 36. Add it together, it's an 8. So we've got two cards side by side, that one numerologically and one numerologically, I guess you could say. And but the actual coffin. And this is more of a sarcophagus because it has an Egyptian image, the image of something that would be considered Egyptian on the top of it. But both of those speak of change and new beginnings. Now that's not usually what 8 means, but in this instance it does with those two side by side. The cross does not necessarily mean Christianity or spirituality. I have a feeling because it's the pathway. And next to this card, I do feel like, I don't think there's a religious overtone. You know, if there is for you, great, but I don't think it is in this instance. I feel like it's about change, but it's opening you up for a better change, because that is the meaning of 8. A blossoming of all things and the totality of all things, infinity. And for some that would be the message of their religious calling. But let me finish showing you the rest of these. Okay, so then we have card 2, which is Clover. And I'm hearing discovery. That's interesting. So you are on a path of discovery after a cycle closes out that will bring you into a much better and prosperous place, whether it's of spirit, finances, love, health, whatever. All right, and then we have card 28, which adds to 10, which is another 1, and a new beginning again. Okay. Oh, I love this card. 18. And then we have dog, which is total loyalty. And it's up to a 9, and that is the end of a cycle, but not necessarily like an end of a cycle to start over again with the 1, which would be the next, or 10. But this is, everything is coming fruition. It's coming full circle. And then we have card 4, which is house. All right. So as I was going through those, here's what I'm getting. You did have what you thought was stable was not. What you thought was stability was not. Now, this could be in any area of life. This could be in work. It could be in finances. It could be in romance. It could be in your family life. It could be a house or a home for some people. I feel like that distinctly. So this could be a place where you live, whether it's home, apartment, condo, it doesn't matter. But it has to do with the actual dwelling where you live, and the location, or the city, province, township, whatever, where you live. All right, so you thought it was stable, but it wasn't. So you're being forced into a decision, and it feels like it is the most difficult decision of your life, and you just don't understand why you have to make this decision. Or there's just something in you that tells you, you have to, that it's time. That's because a cycle is ending, and it is closing out, and it's closing out. Again, what was the message yesterday about, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, and that's the phrase I couldn't remember. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So it is a blessing in disguise. So when this closes out, it's because it's leading you to a place of adventure and wellness and opportunity. And it might have to do with if this is a romance reading, here's what I'm getting about that. Now, if this is not about romance, but about a place where you live, there may be a very loyal male who will help you and truly have good intentions to help you in this process. It doesn't have to be romance. But if so, that's a good one. Because this basically means endings and beginnings and endings, in terms of okay, what I'm hearing is alpha and omega. It's like all of it. So it's everything you could have ever wanted. Now, if this is not about romance, then this is going to be, I do feel specifically male energy coming through. So whenever and if this relates to a home again, if you are looking for a new dwelling and or location, there could be a male who will be very trustworthy. You will be able to trust this person. That is hard to say. I've got to tell you, it's hard to say about anyone. But there is someone who will help you in this. And I just heard the word relocation. So I do think it is about a home. And look what we end on, home. So if you're thinking about buying your first home or selling a home or something like that, I do feel like it will be lucrative, prosperous, and open doors for you that previously you thought may have been closed. Because this is a scary time, particularly in this country, to do anything, make any changes to your finances. So whatever you feel the nudge from Spirit to do, though, you don't need to do anything. You're an adult, and this is a general reading. But I do feel like there will be, the way will be opened up for you. It will be made available to you, the wealth and the prosperity. And I'm not talking about winning the lottery kind of wealth. I'm talking about just you will have what you need to do what you need to do. And you know what? That's just, and sometimes that's enough. And there will be someone who will help you in the process. Just let your intuition guide you. You can tell when someone's a little too slick and doesn't have your best interest at heart. You can tell. So, yeah, I need another drink. Still dry. My mouth is dry. And my hair, my skin, I'm still dehydrated, I think. How? I don't know. But anyway. And thank you for the coconut water suggestion. That's an excellent idea. So, yeah, trust your gut. It won't let you down. And if you're uncertain, ask Spirit to pave the way with truth and clarity in a kind and gentle way. Okay? So, yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Spirit. Pave the way with truth and clarity about all people who cross my path, but with kind and gentleness to all. Thank you. All right, my nose is lighting up. I feel like we've got Spirit coming through again. I did say the other day it was going to ramp up, though, I think. Now you can substitute job as well for that, because I don't feel like that's romance so much. I do I do feel like it is more related to either personal finances, home, dwelling, location, living, relocation, or the same with work, a work situation, job, corporation, company, that kind of thing. Okay. And yeah, I just dried my hair, didn't roll it, didn't do anything to it. And yes, I use old-fashioned hot rollers. I am totally a throwback to the 80s with the hot rollers. And I only put like 4 in there, but it's enough just to kind of give it a little shape. That's neither here nor there, but we're just chatting right now. Okay. All right. Now, finally. All right. So I'm going to use this deck. Guess I need to put my glasses back on. Hang on. All right. This is the Cozy Witch Tarot deck, or Tarot deck, by Amanda Lovelace. Okay. So this is a feel-good deck in my mind, and I will show this to you every single time I use this deck. There are travel coffee mugs on the back. All right. They're a good size, but they're a tad on the long side, so they're a little hard for me to shuffle. So I think I'm going to try a different way to do it. That's a little easier. Okay. I'm not very good at it, but it's okay. I would never have a career in Vegas. All right. So as a, like a blackjack dealer or something, but first of all, I don't like casinos. There's that. And nothing wrong if you do, but no judgment. But they just are energetically so oppressive and really hard for me to be in. All right. Now, that's just a little aside. Okay. There we go. One more. Okay. Bless this deck. Ask for healing and hope for all. Don't know where that's coming from. Okay. So let's get started. All right. Oh. All right. Well, we had one that flipped over upside, not upside down, but we had one that flipped upright in the deck. Page of Wands. Just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean it'll be effortless. Okay. So that kind of goes back to, and with the candle and the open window, I'm looking at the house outside. So I think this goes back to the last reading. So just because you get the nudge and the way will be made clear what to do, you still have to do your part. You still have to work at it. And I think that's with anything. I was listening to a Mel Robbins audiobook. She just has a really good, succinct way of putting things that makes sense. So anyway, but she was talking to someone in the book, interviewing the person, and as part of the book, and one of the things about effort, she said that even if you have always been told your whole life you are absolutely brilliant, above average IQ, doesn't mean you don't have to work. Doesn't mean you don't have to work for it. And that sets people up for failure when you just, basically, these are my words, blow a bunch of smoke around them, which I'm sure they are brilliant. I'm sure they are above average. But if you tell them, oh, everything will come so easily, well, that's not what they're saying. They're saying, oh, you can do it. But did anyone ever give you the tools or teach you how to study? So sometimes we just have to understand that sometimes we need to fail because it makes us stronger and it leads us to a different place. Now that part's me. Okay, so anyway, the Eight of Wands. Oh, there you go. All right, so Eight of Wands. Light a fire. Okay, light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. All right, that's kind of what I was just saying, and apparently what Mel Robbins was just saying in her book, too. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know. You have to read it for yourself and determine that. But everything takes a little bit of effort. Everything takes a little bit of work. It's okay because it will get you where you want to be. And if it doesn't, well, then maybe you need to reevaluate, but you will learn valuable lessons that you will carry with you and experiences. All right, so the Eight of Wands. So do the work. Light a fire. A watched pot doesn't boil, but a pot without any heat under it won't boil to begin with. All right. So start thinking about what you want and then figure out and ask Spirit to help you to understand it. And is it possible? Is it a good direction? You know, just get your teams involved. They want so desperately. And it's not too mundane, because I know somebody's worried about that. It is not too mundane. You can ask them to help you find a parking space. They don't care. They're like, we're on it. So if you get the nudge, no, don't go down that, I'll go down that one. And then someone pulls out right where you need to park and want to park. That's not luck. That's divine. That's your guide. So, or your guardians, whatever. All right. Get them involved and ask, so what am I supposed to know? How do I go about this? I don't even know how to build a fire, so show me what to do. And they will be happy to do it. Now, when they point out the door, or when an opportunity shows up for you, or if a book just falls out of a bookcase, and you open it up to a chapter that says, how to change your mindset to achieve your dreams. Well, read it. That's part of the doing your work and doing your part of things. Okay? But your team wants to help you. I mean, how people think that having a team behind you, supporting you, is only for the elite or the top performers or what. It's for everyone. Everyone. What is that? Page of Swords. Curiosity is a type of magic. And that's a little library. Those are called little libraries. And they're free books that people donate and put in them, and then you're free to take one as you so choose. I think it is a brilliant idea. And what was I just saying? If a book falls off a bookshelf. So maybe there's something you need to study. All right. No coincidence. All right, I'm going to go through the rest of this one more time, and then we're going to move on. So if you don't have anything else to tell me, I think that was it. I think that was just the whole message. So whatever is coming for you, whatever is getting ready to happen in your life, whatever is getting ready to take you to a new place, and they really wanted me to open it to the middle there. So as I was putting it in the box, that's what I did. The Knight of Cups. Why is it so hard for me to read today? Romanticize the present moment every chance you can. No coincidence she's near water, because I was just thinking I need to get up and move in and get out of the house and find a short with water. I love those, and they just feel good. And thank you. I'm glad you guys like them too. I try to keep them really short so it doesn't take up a lot of time or anything, but they're just rejuvenating. And that's what I want to find today. So I'm going to figure out, I don't know where to go, but I'm going to figure out something because I need it. And if I need it, I figure other people need it, and it's good. So, yeah. Life is beautiful is what that means. And romanticizing your life and romanticizing your dreams, I think that means focus on your dreams. Think about what it is you want. Think about what makes you happy. Instead of thinking of worst case, and I'm saying thank you, and because I started to launch into it, I'm like, this isn't me, so thank you, Spirit. Before you launch into worst case scenarios, start thinking about, but what if something really good happens? What would it look like? If it's political, think about what you want the country to look like. Think about what you want your neighborhood to look like. Think about what you want your street or your home to look like. Think about, or your apartment building or whatever. Think about what you want in your romantic life, your financial life, your health life, the lives of your children. So it's okay to think about positive things in the middle of negativity, because that's how we make those things happen. Okay. All right. Here we go. Angels and auras. We're going to do one more. I know this one's been kind of a light and fluffy, and my nose is still lit up. So I have a feeling wherever I end up today, I'm going to find a spirit that needs something. So, yeah, I'm kind of getting a head nod on that. So, well, just guide me where to go. Help me know what to do. That's how that works. Guide me and show me what to do and keep me safe. Thank you. All right. Right on time. Spirit relationships. Intuition, connections, or signs and inspiration. And that third eye is lit up. Oh, and the butterfly, transformation. That goes back to that butterfly. I was getting ready to ask Spirit, what do you want me to say? And then as soon as I saw that, I knew it was just what we were talking about. Instead of visualizing worst case scenarios, visualize the best scenario possible. Okay. And when I opened it to the middle, okay. I just picked one from either side because I figured probably should, but this was the first one, career transitions. So for a whole lot of you, the first card reading is going to be about a career transition. And also when you focus on best case scenarios instead of worst case scenarios, see yourself dressed, doing exactly what it is you want to do. I used to do this as a writing prompt and manifestation kind of thing with younger people, and I would ask them, what do you want to do? And they're like, well, I don't know. I'm like, stop, think about it, see it in your head. What are you dressed like? Where do you work? What kind of room does it look like? How do you get there? And then all of a sudden it became very tangible and it became very real. And so then it's, okay, so what do you need to do to get there? You've got time to think about it. Start now. So, same thing. All right. Be the real you. We don't have time for masks. We don't have time to play small. We don't have time to be something we're not. Lord have mercy. It wears me out to think about it, and I know it does you too. When you get real with yourself, when you get right with all that is when your greatest gifts come alive. And even if you don't know what your gifts are, or if you're not sure, ask for divine intervention in a kind and loving way to show you and help you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. All right. Come on, Spirit. We're going on an adventure. We're going to go find a body of water, make it short, and figure out who needs Assistants crossing over. Um, okay, they found that funny. Good. I'm glad. All right. I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you so much. And have a wonderful day. And envision what you want for your life, either where you're living or what you're doing or what you want your health to look like. It's going to be different for different people. It doesn't mean you have to get up and run a marathon. That's not happening in my world anytime soon. So, but there are things that are doable and that I'm working on. Okay. And so that's just an example, you know. But yeah, you don't have to go build an empire. Okay. Sometimes it's just what can you do in this moment that will make you happy? And sometimes it's chocolate pudding. All right. I'm wishing you all well. Thank you. We'll talk soon.